Welcome back in this series of UV visible spectroscopy lectures. It is 7th lecture in series and second session related to lambda max calculations for enons. So in earlier two lectures we have seen how to calculate lambda max for dienes. In one lecture we have seen how to calculate lambda max for enons. So today is 10th September. On this day, British geneticist Sir Alex Jeffreys discovered DNA fingerprinting on this day in 1984. So he identified that every individual has a unique genetic code. So people could be identified by their genetic fingerprints. The technique has since helped to solve crime investigations and allowed the identification of family members in paternity cases. So these things I have referred from the website of Royal Society of Chemistry and the educational resources on this day in chemistry. So let us continue with the Woodward-Fisher rules for enons. This is the second part of calculation. This chart we have seen in first lecture also. This is alpha beta unsaturated enone. It is enone because there is a double bond and there is one ketone. This is a dienone because there is a carbonyl group and there are two double bonds. So the base values we have seen, the chart we have seen in earlier lecture. So this data is available with the question paper also, and it is readily available for calculation. So let us solve some more problems. This structure is a pentacyclic enone. So the base value for pentacyclic enone is 202 nanometers. Then it has one hydroxy substituent at position alpha. So this is your carbonyl group. This is the double bond in conjugation. The carbon is, this carbon is alpha carbon, and at alpha carbon you have OH group. So alpha hydroxy substituent and the increment is of 35 nanometers. One alkyl substituent at beta position. So carbonyl group, alpha carbon, beta carbon. At beta carbon this A is the represented beta alkyl substituent. So one beta alkyl substituent increment is of 12 and the total comes to be 249 nanometers. In next case, the enone is acyclic. The base value is 215 nanometers. Next is it has one alpha substituent, carbonyl carbon. This is the double bond in conjugation. So represented by A, there is one alpha substituent, and at beta position there is one alkyl substituent. Of course this is ring residue at beta position represented by B. So A and B, these are two substituents. One substituent A is at alpha position, so increment of 10 nanometers. One substituent B at beta position, increment is of 12 nanometers. So the total comes to be 237 nanometers. Let us consider next case. In this case again acyclic enone. So base value is 215 nanometers. Then at beta position, this is alpha position, this is beta position. At beta position A and B are the two alkyl substituents. So 12 into 2, it is 24. The total comes to be 239 nanometers. In next structure, you will see that this structure is hexacyclic enone. Carbonyl group is there, double bond is there. Then the base value is 215 nanometers. Then two beta substituents. When you consider this double bond and this is alpha carbon, then you have two beta substituents, A and B, two beta substituents. Then this double bond is exocyclic to ring B. Yes, this double bond is exocyclic to ring B. So the total comes to be 244 nanometers. Okay. Next, let us consider this case. This is a structure where the enone is acyclic, base value is 215 nanometers, then one alkyl substituent at alpha position. So this is alpha position, alkyl substituent at alpha position is number 1, 10 increment of 10 nanometers, one alkyl substituent at beta position. So this is your beta. So at beta position you have one substituent, and of course this extension is not in conjugation. It is in conjugation. Therefore, you have extended conjugation and one alkyl substituent at delta position. Delta is this one. So at gamma you don't have anything. So see the substituents once again. One alkyl substituent at alpha we have seen. Then one alkyl substituent at beta. This is alkyl substituent at beta to this side. Then one alkyl substituent at delta position. So at delta position it is there, and there is extension of conjugation. So the increment is of 30 nanometers. Total comes to be 285 nanometers. Let us consider this case. In this case, the enone is pentacyclic. For actually the base value is 202. Then one alkyl substituent at alpha. You have this carbonyl group is there, alpha carbon is there. So alkyl substituent A is at alpha position. Two alkyl substituents B and C at beta position. B and C are two substituents at position beta, and carbon-carbon exocyclic bond which is present is exocyclic to both the rings. So it is increment of 10 nanometers. The total is 246. In this case, the base value is 215 because it is hexacyclic enone. Then to this hexacyclic enone, one alpha substituent A, this is represented by A, increment of 10 nanometers. One delta substituent B. At beta position you don't have any substituent because there is again extended conjugation. At delta position you have substituent B, and therefore it is increment of 18 nanometers. One double bond X is exocyclic to ring A. So this ring A is there, so this double bond is exocyclic, indicated by X. Then this total is homodiene component, two double bonds present in a single ring system, and this is extension of conjugation. So extended conjugation, increment of 30 nanometers. So base value 215, one alpha 10 nanometers, one delta 18 nanometers, one double bond in exocyclic form 5 nanometers, homodiene component 39 nanometers, and extension of conjugation 30 nanometers. So the total is 317 nanometers. In this case again the base value is 215. Then one beta substituent, carbonyl group alpha carbon, beta, at beta there is one alkyl substituent. Then at delta position there is one alkyl substituent. There is a conjugation in extension, the extended conjugation is there, and double bond X is exocyclic to ring B. This is your ring B, and this double bond is exocyclic to ring B. These increments to 215 base value, 12 nanometers for one beta substituent, 18 nanometers for delta substituent, extended conjugation 30 nanometers, double bond X in exocyclic to ring B, increment of 5 nanometers. So the total is 280 nanometers. This structure appears complex, but it is very simple. The base value again it is 215 because hexacyclic, one beta substituent labeled by A. At position beta there is one substituent labeled by A, which is beta substituent. Two exocyclic double bonds. So this double bond is exocyclic and this double bond is exocyclic. Both the double bonds are exocyclic to this ring. Then there is extension of conjugation. So initially your enone is this one, then there is extension 2 times. This is one double bond extended, this is another double bond extended. Then 3 delta or more substituents. The higher substituents are, this is number 1, number 2 and number 3. So 3 substituents delta or higher, 18 into 3 it is 54 nanometers. So the total is 215 base value, 12 nanometers for beta substituent, 2 exocyclic double bonds 10 nanometers, extended conjugation 2 times 30 into 2 60 nanometers, and 3 substituents delta or higher, it is 54 nanometers. The answer is 315 nanometers. So this is a quite simple enone. The base value is 215 nanometers and 2 beta substituents. These are 2 beta substituents. The addition is of 24 nanometers. So you can get the sum. This is a complex enone. So when there is a conjugation which is called as cross conjugation on both the sides, in that case the longer conjugation is considered for calculation. So this is longer conjugation, and this one is shorter calculation. So let us consider this principle and calculate the values for value for this lambda max. Base value for a 6 membered cyclic diene is 215 nanometers. Then one double bond extended conjugation. So original structure is this one, then this is extended conjugation. So extended conjugation increment of 30 nanometers. One exocyclic double bond. So this ring is there, this bond is exocyclic to the ring. So one exocyclic double bond, the increment is of 5 nanometers. Then one ring residue at beta position. So this carbonyl carbon is there, alpha beta, this is the substituent at beta position, increment of 18 nanometers. So one ring residue at delta position, alpha beta gamma delta. So one ring residue at delta position, it gives corresponding increment. So the calculated lambda max is 280 nanometers and observed value is 298 nanometers. So friends, you can go through these problems and write down these problems in your notebook and make independently practice for the same, and then you will be able to calculate independently various lambda max values for enones. So with this we have finished the second session for the calculation of lambda max. So far we have seen 2 sets of calculation of lambda max for dienes and 2 sets for calculation of lambda max for enones. During the examination you will be asked to calculate the values for lambda max for various dienes and enones. So unless and until you practice for the same, it will be difficult to solve the problems in examination also. So for better practice, you write down these problems once again in your notebook and go through them. If any difficulty, then feel free to call back. My mobile number is already there in the presentation. So with this we'll stop here. Thank you.